Hey, what's good, y'all? Yo, it's ATG SLRK, you know what I'm saying? Back with a cool little video. And yeah, like right now in my living room, I'm recording with my phone. I put my phone on D&D, so I ain't going no more notifications and shit. But anyway, yeah, I've been over here. I've been at my mom's crib, and basically I'm just here to report back and tell y'all what's been going on. I know I've been gone for a minute, but yeah, I got a lot to share with y'all. So if y'all ain't hit the subscribe button already, make sure y'all do that right now. You know what I'm saying? Make sure y'all join up with my channel. Hit that notification bell too, if you know when I post a new video. And yeah, like we finna get straight into it. So like, I just been out here, you know what I'm saying? I lost my Osmo 6, y'all. So like, my gimbal that I was using to record with my phone, I lost it, and that shit cost like $160. So I gotta buy a new one, and it's gonna cost some bread, but you know, we gonna just deal with it. So yeah, like I'm out here in the living room and shit. This is probably the best setting for where I can record at. If I can show y'all the living room, it's probably the best setting. Like it ain't too much going on. The kitchen area is kind of cluttered, so I thought I can pull up here and shit. But yeah. Anyway, like about the video, basically it's just like what's been happening. So I was in Springfield, Massachusetts a while back. I was in Springfield, and like I was struggling out there. I was there for like 2 months, and I was supposed to be there for a job. It was a utility job with meters and shit, electric meters, and they was training me and everything. But bro, like this was back in January, so you know it was like 0 degrees out, and I wasn't trying to do that shit. So I quit, and it was only like a week or two, and then I quit. And basically my rent was prepaid for 2 months. So I was just sitting there. I wasn't just sitting there, but I was there for 2 months before I couldn't do nothing. Like, but the jobs out there be trash. Not even gonna lie. The jobs out there be trash. So I pull up and I came and I moved to my mom's place, and right now I'm there. I'm at my mom's crib. You know what I'm saying? I'm at my mom's crib and I'm just chilling. I'm already locked in on what I want to do. I'm trying to get into underwriting. I'm really trying to get into underwriting so I can be insurance underwriter and still make a lot of bread. Them niggas be making like upwards 200K a year. The top dudes be making over 200K a year. So I'm trying to get that, and that's what I'm finna do. Now I seen a couple apprenticeships for that insurance underwriting, and I tried joining them. And I feel like right now I should lock in, get me a car, and then I can my second car, get a second car for myself, and then I could be able to drive out to NYC, or I could take the train. Cause I know one of the apprenticeships is out in New Jersey. I think like near Jersey City, somewhere like that. It's like right on the west side of New York. So I could like really, you know, I could really lock in. I know there's a couple of apprenticeships I already signed up for that's in NYC. I just gotta, you know, get in. It's up to them. I made my resume really good. I made that shit like elaborate, you know what I'm saying? So they gonna for sure let me in. But anyway, yeah, that's it for that. I'm just locked in right now. I've been wasting some years. I ain't wasted some years. I should never went. I should never went by myself to move to Texas after I graduated. I should listen. You know how they tell y'all in school, if y'all young, y'all in school, y'all in high school shit, and they tell y'all like, hey, go do your college, go take your college, go, you know, like, do what you gotta do the FAFSA and all that shit, do that shit. Especially if you already know what you wanna do in your life, then that shit's gonna be really good because then you get a head start before everybody else. So don't waste time at all, especially when you graduate high school. Like, that's my advice for y'all young niggas. Like, don't waste no time. Go straight to college, go straight to vocational school, technical school, and do what you gotta do, and then get that paper. So yeah, like that's basically my plan. I'm trying to get into that insurance underwriting and shit. Trying to work in a corporate job. I work remote too. I don't even mind remote at all. Remote work is good because then I can be anywhere. I can move anywhere in the world and still be, you know, getting money. Like, I didn't even know count. So yeah. Yeah, just from the first part of this video, I think I just might make it like advice to my young niggas out here that be still in high school or just in college. Yeah, that's probably the best like way I can do the video, because I ain't trying to make the video about a couple different topics and shit and like have all that. So yeah, if y'all, like I said, if y'all still in high school, if y'all still in senior year, make sure y'all lock in. Like right now I'm 21, I turned 22 this month. It's March 2026. I turned 22. But it wasn't too long ago when I was like, it was 2020. I remember when it was 2022, 2021. It wasn't too long ago. You know what I'm saying? 2023, back in COVID and shit. It was not too long ago. So yeah, if I could turn back the time dial a little bit to then, I would definitely. But that's not how life works. So you gotta like focus on now and then keep going for the future. That's why I feel like one tip of advice for y'all is to definitely start planning out your day. Like start planning out, planning out like have a planner app so you can put everything in your phone, the time shit. Like, especially if y'all got a busy schedule, y'all need to be making your time matter. And for a nigga like me who be going to New York City and trying to get a car and all that shit and everything is fast out here, then I gotta be doing that. So that's another thing of advice. It's gonna make your life so much easier. You know, when you're trying to like move through life, when you got that, that everything planned out for the day. And yeah, that's one thing. Another thing too, I would say, probably like, another thing too, I would say build relationships. Whatever you're trying to do, make sure you get a lot of friends who do what you want to do and partner with people. You never know what somebody else got going on. Always be nice to people and then something gonna come your way. That's a fact. That's a fact for sure. So another piece of advice I got for y'all is to definitely start budgeting. Start budgeting your money. When you start making some bread, when you're from a job, a lot of times, like, you just get the paycheck, put it into an account, it goes to direct deposit to your account, and then, like, you don't really, like, you just take out the money from there, like, debit it out, and that's cool, but when you kind of getting older, you gotta start budgeting, especially when you got a lot of bills you're trying to pay, then you need to start budgeting, definitely. So I would say, like, start, see how much bread you got coming in, make a spreadsheet, like, get, like, I think you can buy spreadsheets online, like Etsy or some shit, and start, like, putting the numbers in, because you got to do that shit, especially trying to track every dollar. Like, you can't just, like, let it. That's what younger people, the problem that young people do, they let the money come in, but then they don't track it every month, and then they end up being, like, like, struggling. Let's say get more bills and shit, then, yeah, you really got to start writing shit down and memorizing and make sure that you're seeing where everything's going, so it can be easier that way. Yeah, now regarding the main part of my video, the main topic, right, is the credit profile. So everybody in the United States who's a U.S. citizen got the SSN and they got a credit. Not everybody, because not everyone has activated their credit, right? Because you can have an SSN, but you don't have necessarily have a credit profile. So most of y'all people who be 18 and up, y'all still in high school, y'all need to activate your credit. But probably nobody ever put no credit card, no debit, no account on your profile yet. It's dormant. So when you apply for something and you use all your information, your address, your name, your email, your phone number, and you put all the information in the system, then that's when it's gonna be activated. And let's say you get approved for something like Capital One, then that's gonna report on all three bureaus. So, like, my advice to you when you starting out is to just build up your profile. Now, you know how it is in this country. Everything gonna bill you. There's a lot of companies that be out here that be predatory. You gotta think like that. Is that instead of having the mindset to spend, I need to be saving money. And a lot of these companies, like I told you, they want to take your money. Like, for us being real. So you gotta prioritize shit. But back to what I was saying, is like, when you get your when you apply for something and you get approved, you gotta, like, make sure you handle it correctly. And a lot of people, they get older and they turn for the worse. Something happens, life happens, and they don't know what to do or something, and then they end up getting negatives on the report. And I'm gonna tell y'all one thing, like, y'all do not want to deal with no negatives on your report. Y'all do not want to deal with no, bankruptcies, no charge-offs, no collections and shit. That shit is annoying, bro, because now you have to get that shit removed. Like, my main credit is bad. I ain't gonna cap to y'all. When I went to Texas, I messed my main credit up. Right now it's at 555, nearly all three bureaus. But, like, that's why I went a different method, and I got a bunch of new profiles now. I got multiple CPNs in my name. Now, I made them bitches myself. I made them all myself. I try merge. I already know the best bureaus to try merge on them, cause when you starting out, a lot of times you just try merge. You don't know how many you have to do, and I ended up doing, like, a bunch of inquiries on the profiles. You ain't gotta do all that. So yeah, like a CPN is definitely a easier method, and people say that shit don't work, but bro, they work. They can work for an apartment. They can work for once you get into the experience, then everything gets easier. So, and yeah, a lot of people don't know. People be skeptical or they just be closed-minded. But there's a lot of opportunity out here, a lot of opportunity. And once you get rid of all them barriers, then things gonna become easier for you, for sure. Nobody gonna be looking for you. But anyway, my point is that the CPN is gonna help you. They're gonna make your life easier, even if you do got a good profile already. Even if you do got a good credit already, you can still utilize a CPN for something. You can still get an apartment with it. You can still use it to protect your real shit, your real SSN. And then, you know what I'm saying, like nothing gonna, even if something does come after you and they go for this, it's gonna be like not affecting you in a real life way, like with your real SSN. And then obviously we know about the businesses and shit, how they got the business EINs and shit. They'll be getting a whole lot of more higher limits than personal credit. So that's the goal. That's the goal. But even down to just you by yourself, you working your job, you working your you know, you got your SSN. You the owner of your own business. Your name, your capital, your all cash name is your personal business. That's how I look at it. So like you control your income, your income comes from your job, and then you have your expenses just like a business does. And that's what SSN is. It's your personal shit. So yeah, you gotta like be watchful. You gotta be mindful, because that is the last part you want to get fucked up when you out here, bro. All right, yo, I would say another part two. I don't know if this is the third or the fourth thing, but I would say definitely start like getting educated. Like I told y'all, there'll be a lot out here, a lot of information, especially on the internet. So the more you're on the internet and the more you're researching this shit, you get ahead of everybody else. Then that's a real fact. I did that myself. When you kind of by yourself and you got the internet, then there's unlimited information on the, now knowing what's true and what's not true, that's, you know, that's discretionary. And the source too, you gotta trust, you gotta trust the source. But like a lot of the information that be trusted be mainstream. Everybody know it, but some things that you'll come across that nobody kind of know, or some websites or some apps that nobody kind of know, then you can jump on them. You get there early, then you there before everybody else. So like I would say, definitely start researching about whatever it is. Let's say you want your career, let's say you want to be about your career. You can, you know, research the job outlook, how it is going to be in a few years, because they saying AI going to take over everything. But I don't really believe that's true, and I think it's going to take some time. But I think that, yeah, if you find something bulletproof, then it's going to be good for you, for your family, for whatever it is, whatever situation you might be in. I know a lot of y'all young niggas got, like, you know, I know there'll be a lot of distractions out here, because I've been through it. And y'all got to, like, you know, cut that shit off. You gotta stay focused, and y'all gotta do it now, because if you wait a couple years, it's gonna kind of set you back. You're gonna be a little bit set back like me right now. So yeah, definitely start educating about what you want to do and researching, a lot of research, and then you get ahead before everybody else. Even if it's in the same field as what you're trying to do, like you can still, you know, network with people. You can still go on LinkedIn, make your LinkedIn account. That's another thing too. Make your LinkedIn, make that shit professional, and then you're gonna get some more people, more eyes that's on your way. You're gonna get more opportunities that way. So yeah, I think that's all I really got right now. If there's any more, I might put them in another video. But my point is that, like, yeah, time is not to be wasted, for real. So hey, if y'all enjoyed the video, make sure I hit that like button, make sure I hit that sub button too, like I told y'all. Make sure that notification bell so you know when I drop.